Hi, I'm Veronica and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 really simple movements you can do as mini breaks when you work from home, or at least when you work in a place where there's nobody around you. And those movements will help you to stay pain and tension free throughout your week. If you haven't done it yet, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so that you don't miss any of my videos. And this video is actually a continuation of another one where I explain why your workout routine, even if it's quite a regular one, is often not enough to combat all this tension that is all of this tension that is building up in you if you do repetitive movement or stay in the same position for hours and hours as you work. So the solution to that are those mini breaks, something like 3 minutes every 1 hour. So without further ado, let's see what those 5 movements could be. 1. Shaking. Something as simple as shaking vigorously is going to really release your fascia, the connective tissue. And you might shake your hands, you might shake your arms, you might add the shrug of the shoulders to that. So that is gonna work very well if you work at the desk and you work a lot with the mouse at the computer. You could also add the leg shake to create a little bit of movement and circulation there. A tiny bit of working with the balance at the same time. It could be also kind of whole body shimmy, your whole torso. It's also like a snippet of a cardio. 2. A belly dance move. It comes from a micro bend in the knees. So you're alternately micro bending right and left knee very, very quickly. And at the same time, you keep everything, your entire body really loose. That's very important. So nothing is tense. Everything is super loose. Your legs, your thighs, your buttocks, your belly, your arms. And you go as quickly as possible, allowing this movement to travel through you. Again, a little bit of cardio there, but it's also incredibly relaxing for your fascia. Whew. 3. Rotate around your own axis. For that, it's best to stand a little bit wider. Make sure that you're not going to hit anything around you. And start very gentle, creating this kind of a rotation around your own axis that happens somewhere from your spine or from your pelvis, and make sure that your arms are completely loose, that they are not helping you, you're not tensing them up, they're just in a very loose way hit against the front and back of your body. And then depending on how dynamic you want it to be, so the first 2 were quite dynamic, but maybe you're looking for something that will make you move, but without really speeding up that heartbeat too much. So this one is really good because you can decide on the pace. It can be quite soft and leisurely, maybe mellow, or you could always add a bit of an oomph there, lifting the heel as you rotate around your own axis. Whole body goes together. Beautiful for the spine. There's this full spinal rotation here. And again, it's without creating extra tension in the body. Everything is quite loose. You are using just your momentum, the sources of just the physics forces. And then slow down, slow down. And release. 4. Rotating around your own axis, but this time moving more in an inward direction. So here again, you're gonna stand a little bit wider and create this kind of a rotation around the own axis. But the main difference is that your leg rotates outwards and the foot points up, while the other leg bends. So that creates this kind of shape when your bum sticks out a little bit. Your spine rotates with the momentum, so there's again no tension anywhere in the body. It sort of happens. And you keep switching between one foot and the other. So the weight is on that bent leg, while the other one straightens. So many things happen here. Your legs engage, which is great if you were sitting for a long time. There's a bit of an engagement and a bit of a stretch as well. And your spine is releasing. You might even kind of hang for a moment in this sort of shape when your torso is above the straight leg, and you might feel a nice release somewhere along the lower back. So again, a little bit more mellow, but still active. 5. And finally, the mobilization of entire spine, and this time without any dynamic movement. So you can first find yourself in space, weight evenly distributed over both feet, the belly above the pelvis, the chest above the belly, the head above the chest. And from there, start rolling yourself down. And first you lower your chin towards the chest, exposing the cervical spine. Your arms are hanging loose, relaxed. That's already when you start bending the knees a little bit. Focus on exposing the vertebrae in the area of thoracic spine. So that space in the upper back. And then keep on bending the knees more and more as you shift the weight more and more forward and down, so that eventually it will get you to the sensations in the lower back as well. And then you can let your head hang down. Keep the knees bent, keep the weight evenly distributed over both feet. The head is completely relaxed. You can even shake yes and no just to check that. Your hands might be hanging in the air, they might be resting somewhere. It's entirely up to you. You might add a little bit of a sway of the torso to the right and to the left. Beautiful decompression of the spine, perfect if you sit or stand a lot, and then find the weight right in the middle of the feet. Keep the knees bent as you very slowly undo it and roll yourself up one vertebra at a time. So starting with going through the legs, there's still a bend in the knees as you reach to the pelvis, and then one vertebra at a time, go through the spine until you reach the neck and the head. Whew. Once you're up, notice again how it is to feel, how it is to stand here and stand on those 2 feet. How does it feel for the spine? And if you want to add a little bit to that, the next time you roll, you could also add the squats. So you could go through that again, maybe even a little bit faster. And once you hang, you bend the knees and come to the full squat. Don't worry where are your heels, they can be up. You can support yourself with the hands, but keep that full curve in the entire spine, including your pelvis and your neck. And again, you can stay here very static way, or you might make some little movements and mobilize the pelvis a little bit. It's going to be very grateful, especially if you were sitting at a chair for a long time. And from there, you come to forward fold first and roll yourself up like before until you're up. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed those mostly high energy movements, which are going to move through most of your joints, that are going to mobilize your whole spine, which are going to make your fascia slide and glide, which is going to release some of the tension you might be holding unconsciously in your muscles. And yeah, this really doesn't take long. As you can see, sometimes it's just 1 or 2 minutes, and it's going to make so much difference. And if you liked it, click the like, subscribe, and we'll see next week when I show you what you can do if you're working at the office and you still want to make those mini breaks. And if you're interested in my classes, masterclasses, and online programs, then head to www.withmeta.eu. I linked it in the description below. See you next time.